Hi, Jermaine. I'm Jill Monroe with KBLA Talk 1580. I hope you're having a good day. So, you talked about in this docuseries, like your early memories of Magic City, but at what point did you realize it was more than just a strip club and like a Southern hip hop incubator and cultural icon?
Prior to going, it was a time when I couldn't get in there, and I used to see pictures like with Magic and Andre Rison and Deion Sanders and Dominique Wilkins and I think I seen like Tree Rollins and Magic John. I seen pictures of like, oh, this the club, this the plot. You know what I mean? It felt like, and back then the way that they dress code was it made it feel more like it was a nightclub as opposed to a strip club. You know, these they was dressed leathers on, leather pants, looking like they, they looked like they was going somewhere else besides going to a strip club. So I always, wanted to be there.
How different would the So So Def catalog look if not for Magic City?
Um, I'm not really sure. I don't know. I don't know if the Base All Stars would have been as popular. The social dev Base All Stars compilations. Um, I can't really say a lot of the music that I have besides that Base All Stars was like the most dominant in that club. I think they played my music, but the way that they played the Base All Stars records was incredible.
So, being that you're an EP involved in this, what are some that you wanted to make sure were highlighted or showcased in this?
I just wanted to make sure that the culture is brought to life because I think people get it twisted about what Atlanta's culture is. And people from out of town, they think that Atlanta's culture is just Martin Luther King, Jimmy Carter, um, Hartsfield Airport, the city that had the first black mayor, um, you know, Mayor Maynard Jackson, being big in civil rights. Um, Man, just so many things on that level. And people don't understand that's the politics. That's politics. That's the political side of Atlanta. This is the culture of Atlanta. And this is a culture that was meshed with this new era of hip hop that gave this club a whole new 20 years worth of life.
So, last question for you. Um, we've learned so much about Magic City through this documentary, things that the general public probably weren't aware of. What did you learn from it that you weren't aware of or had no idea that was a connection to the club?
I never knew that, for the longest, we had a legal law that was passed for women to be nude in clubs. Um, I always went to other cities trying to figure out why their girls weren't nude and why it was just a topless bar, and why were they calling it a topless bar? I'm like, in Atlanta, we everybody, every club, white club, black club, whatever, it don't matter, they all are nude, right? I learned that in this documentary that the law was passed and all of these promoters just start taking advantage of it. That's why Atlanta has so many strip clubs.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.